Has Murdy gone insane? What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another TLEV video. And today's topic is the Tram.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go. So what do we know about the Tram thus far? Well, we know that it's an original. That's pretty good. Cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah. I think previous originals like Eli Roth's Clowns was a great Tram.
Great Tram, yeah, I agree with that. A little too short though.
There's something a little bit interesting about what's going on right now. What's going on with the tweets, Mr. Encyclopedia?
As we know, John Murdy made a second account under his own name. So we were, at first, we were like, oh, this is kind of confusing. But now, he is using both accounts to talk to each other.
To himself, that's
to
right.
himself.
As of right now, the John_Murdy, make sure to go follow him.
Yeah.
Because we'll talk a little bit later about why it's important that we follow him right now. He's got the Screecher icon. For those of you who did not attend Halloween Horror Nights last year, the Screecher was the announcer for the Times of Terror maze, because there was a Halloween slasher film marathon, and it was being hosted by the Screecher, who was played by John Murdy. So as he's writing these tweets to himself, he's writing as the Screecher. And this has been going on for a couple of months now, but what's interesting is that he now acknowledged the fact that he is talking to himself. And he's mentioned that talking to himself has happened before. And the examples that he gives are the Shining maze, and he also talks a little bit about the Stranger Things maze that's coming up. And there's a theme, I think, that's coming. 80s.
Ooh.
There's an 80s theme going on with Stranger Things and with The Shining as his things that have been kind of leaked through himself, through the Screecher and through Halloween Horror Nights account.
80s theme.
So
for the Tram?
For the Tram. So maybe what I'm thinking, because this is the Screecher and because it was the Times of Terror the Screecher was in charge of, I'm thinking that we're going to see something similar to Hollywood Harry. That we're going to see the Screecher is going to be the host of the Terror Tram. And maybe he's going to be similar to Hollywood Harry. He's going to be out of a job, and he's going to be now on the back lot, and he's going to be attacking guests, and he's bringing some of the other rejected hosts, marathon hosts, and they are now going to come together to be this Terror Tram. And I think that'd be like a really cool concept.
Yeah, I just hope it's not the Screecher and Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface. You know, that's just a remake.
Yeah, Times of Terror Tram, bring that back.
That would not be fun.
That would not be fun. I mentioned earlier to follow the @John_Murdy Twitter account because he's pushing the story that he's calling the last Carney. And that's the hashtag that he's been using, because previously the hashtag he's been using has been just Carney. But now he's using the last Carney as his hashtags. And he's telling the story from the very beginning of his childhood to what led up to him being a Carney, one being in charge of Halloween Horror Nights. And the fact that he's calling himself the last Carney, is it the last HHN? Do you think that's
okay. This will be his last HHN if the Terror Tram is Monsters remakes.
Ooh, okay. So you think that even though he says it's an original Terror Tram, it still has the classic Universal monsters? I
still think he's gonna use classic monsters, but that will still be an original, right? Because he's never...
They've never... Yeah, well, I mean...
He's that before.
They've had Monster Remix, right? So if you want to consider Monster Remix to be an original type of maze, then I would say that, because it's not the House of Horrors. It's going to be... I don't think they've ever been represented on the Terror Tram since Murdy's been in charge of Halloween Horror Nights. So that would be wonderful. Well, so a lot of late 70s and going on to the 80s and the 90s is slashers.
Yeah.
So in the late 70s, that's when you have your Halloween, and then you have your Nightmare on Elm Street in the early 80s, and then all of their sequels that go until the end of to the late 80s. But then in the 90s, you have Scream, which really revamped the genre. It's a lot of slashers, and I think because of the character, the Screecher, like why would he choose that as his icon? You know what I mean?
So, yeah. Screecher, and then what if he creates his own little slasher characters to go around with him? That could be...
I agree. John Murdy on the Halloween Horror Nights account says that there will not be a Maze announcement for a long time. So I don't think there will be a Maze announcement until like 2 weeks before Midsummer Scream.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't think there'll be any for like early July. It'll be like mid-July. We have our next announcement. And what that means, what does that mean for this channel?
We got other content.
We got other content. We're gonna be doing Cringe Couch. We're gonna be doing a lot of history, Halloween Horror Nights history videos.
Top 5s are coming.
We're gonna be doing top 5. We're going to be, of course, doing the weekly screams as well. There's a lot going to come. Don't worry. We are going to make sure to fill the void of Halloween Horror Nights announcements because there's going to be a lot more speculations, as I truly believe that this is John Murdy's last year. And with that, I pass the question on to all of you. What do you think about the Screecher and Halloween Horror Nights account talking the way that they're talking, especially how they say that this happened before and they relate it to The Shining and they relate it to what the Stranger Things is happening right now? Do you agree with us that it's going to really be the Screecher's time to shine, that he's going to be hosting the Terror Tram? Let us know in those comment section below. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button.
If you're new to the channel, subscribe.
That's right. Also follow us on all of our social medias. We have all the links down there. Also give John_Murdy a follow. And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Mr. E.
We are here to give you all the news, and we'll see you in the next video.